to the reaction 5. The Bengals lost 13-9 in the game where the offense just didn't do its part, and as a result, Ken Zampese was fired. I want to start with the game itself, and then we'll talk about Zampese a little later. Jordan's reaction was lividity, mostly at Zampese, but since he's fired, he's going to tell us about Andy Dalton.
Alright, listen guys, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to vent for a little bit.
He needs coffee!
Whatever happened to eat for effort, Jerry? Eat for effort! You people think about that! Eat for effort!
I am done. I am done. I am finished. Okay, I am livid right now. Andy Dalton, listen, on this show 2 weeks ago, I literally said I was backing you. I was backing you so hard. I was like, I like Andy. I think he might be able to get it done for us. But I can't come up with any more excuses. I really can't. Listen, I know the offensive line isn't the greatest. I know that some of our guys aren't healthy. But guess who has a worse offensive line than us? The Houston Texans. Guess who has only one wide receiver, an average running back? The Houston Texans. Guess who has 20 people out this game? The Houston Texans. Guess who you got outplayed by? Deshaun Watson, a rookie. A rookie who has less than what you're working with, and you still cannot even score a touchdown. One touchdown in 2 games. I'm done. But I have to give credit to the defense because you guys played absolutely lights out. I love literally our entire defense. You guys are awesome. The intensity is so high. So I guess I will stay a fan.
Yes, and John felt demoralizing apathy.
I can't think of any other emotion inside of me rather than just this numbingly apathetic feeling.
And I don't need any of this. I don't need this stuff. And I don't need you. I don't need anything.
Because, yeah, I'm disappointed because they lost. Yeah, I'm disappointed because they got embarrassed against a very bad team. Yeah, I'm mad because they're probably the worst team in the NFL right now. But at this point, was any of it really surprising? Was any of it really shocking? Did anything that happened in that game really shock you? Because everything that went wrong, not only was it predictable, but it was all of our worst fears realized. It was Dalton playing against the team that played him recently in primetime against a defensive line that was going to outclass his offensive line. All the recipes for a disaster there. It was Zampese, who after 18 games has still not developed a solid game plan against the defense. He still doesn't know how to manage his personnel. And it was Marvin, who after one John Ross fumble took out his most electrifying playmaker, only played him for 5 snaps, and didn't even put him on the field for the final play of the game where they needed 80 yards. At this point, nothing that they do shocks me anymore, because it's all predictable, it's all bland, and it's just disappointing in the most apathetic sense possible.
Now, I should say...
That's a very John kind of trait, by the way.
Yes. Now, I should say there were some good moments as well, which my first reaction was, let's appreciate AJ Green for now.
You're part of my heart, and tonight you belong to me.
That was one of the few big plays we had, and AJ caught it in triple coverage. It was almost as great as Calvin Johnson's classic touchdown against us. And Andy Dalton had some nice throws at the end of the first half as well. It was like he finally figured out how to play with this line.
Yeah, but then it all came crashing down like poor Shia LaBeouf's career, didn't it?
Yeah, now OJ, you said your reaction was not enough.
Governor, we will establish their most likely course.
That's not good enough!
Yeah, exactly. Not enough. That's right. Not enough. Look. Getting rid of Zampese was a nice first step, but it can't end there, no. Was Zampese's play calling bad? Sure, of course. But remember, Daddy, we just needed 5 more points to win that game. Let me ask you this. How many of those field goals we had to settle for were because Dalton missed open receivers? That's not Zampese's fault, and it won't be fixed with laser. Let me be clear here. I like to be fair, okay? I don't think Andy Dalton is bad. I think he would make an excellent backup quarterback. But I'm going to try to look at the other side of things, to mention positives and negatives. Dalton had a QBR of 29.1 after last week having a QBR of 0.7. That's the third lowest in NFL history. Okay. Meanwhile, rookie Deshaun Watson had a QBR of 88.7 against a pretty good defense in his first start in primetime on the road with far less talent, including a practice squad tight end. Dalton didn't turn it over. This is true. But he cost us a lot of points by missing open guys, which is why AJ Green was so red in the face, which I will talk about in just a second. Look, Daddy, look at this one in the second quarter. Dalton has a good 30 seconds to throw. LeFell gets completely by Marcus Burley. But then what happens? But then Dalton overthrows it so much that safety Corey Moore comes all the way from the middle of the field and almost has a chance at an interception. Okay, that's a rookie mistake, man. Now, maybe Dalton lobbed it in there because he didn't have enough touch on his first interception last game, the one that was tipped by Patrick Unwisar. I don't know. Maybe he's overthinking it. Maybe he's skittish. Maybe he's like a wet cat. I don't know. Or how about this one? On 3rd and 5 in the fourth quarter, that would have given us an easy first down. He had enough time to throw it, but it's just way too low, easily costing us another chance at the touchdown. Adam Jones said the special teams and defense came to play, and that is so true. Our defense looked tough, even though it was imperfect, if you know what I mean. There was no Vantes perfect on the field, and yet we looked awesome. We looked like an elite defense.
Yeah, no, the defense looked great, especially Geno Atkins, and that's actually why my second reaction was Geno Atkins is a gentle giant.
All right, grab my hand. Come on. Ease up, tiny bit. Let the blood flow through the fingers.
Because he's so powerful and he doesn't want to hurt people, but he's just so powerful. So yeah, the defense came to play.
And this goes for special teams as well. Look at the field position Dalton had to work with, and look what he did with it. Okay, in the first quarter, first possession, we started at the Cincinnati 46, but we end up punting. Second possession, we start at the 45, the Cincinnati 45. What do? End up punting. Third possession, at the Houston 39, Ross fumbled. It's okay, he's a rookie. Fourth possession, we started at the Cincinnati 36, Dalton is sacked on 3rd down, and we get a field goal. Okay, so let's go to the fourth quarter. Game on the line. Dalton's time to shine. Here it is. It's the clutch. How do you do? Not like A.J. McCarron would have done. With 9 minutes and 53 seconds left, Dalton gets the ball at the Cincinnati 47. He's sacked on 3rd and 5, so again, we have to punt. We don't get the ball back until 1 minute. 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the game, Daddy, because the Texans eat away at the tired defense. These guys can only do so much. So what happens? We get the ball at the 31. Dalton moves the ball 18 yards. Pretty good for him. Not bad. Then he throws it away on 3rd down. Bodine has a false start, and Dalton throws about 2 feet too high for Erickson on 4th and 9. Boys and girls, Daddy, Jordan, John, ladies and gentlemen, we have to decide something here. All of you armchair football experts out there, you haven't been listening to me for years. Will you listen to Hoji today? Will you? Does the preseason matter or does it not? You say, when Dalton throws a pick, you say, oh, it's the preseason. Oh, we got to excuse him. It doesn't matter. But then when McCarron doesn't look as sharp as an axe, you're like, oh, this guy's not an NFL QB, right? He might get replaced by Driscoll, blah, blah, blah. Okay, sure. A guy that teams are willing to offer a 2nd round pick for is all of a sudden worthless because of a subpar preseason performance. And maybe he was trying some new stuff out, because maybe that's what leaders do. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys, all you Daltoners out there, this. Why would AJ Green, who's always defended Dalton, no matter how crappy he's been playing crappy for years, Hoji has been saying this message for years, why would AJ Green all of a sudden, be pushing for a change at QB? Maybe it's because he was.
Well, he's not. I mean, you had the.
It's
not clear. I mean, he could have been calling for Zampese to be fired, and that is what we got. They say AJ Green's voice in the locker room is the one that everybody listens to, and we saw that they were forced to make a change there. So,
Daddy-o, I know that you're almost there. You're becoming a McCarron truther, and I know you're almost there. Look at the quote. The locker room quote, okay? He said, we can live with Andy missing a throw here or there. That means everybody makes a mistake every once in a while. But then he says, but when it's crunch time, when it's crunch and munch time, and I added that and munch. When it's crunch time, we got to find a way to get our playmakers the ball. Our playmakers is code for himself. And we've got to find a way is code for McCarron. Because when it's crunch time, he's saying, Andy doesn't get me the ball. Okay, and Jeremy Rauch reported AJ Green airing his grievances to AJ McCarron and anyone else that'll listen. So if AJ Green's talking to McCarron, I think there's something going on there. And the team, you can tell things are falling apart. You can tell. Jay Kirkpatrick says we suck. AJ Green is saying that these things are coming apart.
Yeah.
And it's because
basically Green was upset. He wasn't targeted. He was only targeted once in the 4th game.
Look at how dejected Green looks when he remembers the fact that Dalton didn't target him in the entire second half. Look at the video.
That's on Zampese too,
But you see that there's frustration on his face, and you know what? It doesn't really sound like he's blaming the play calling. I mean, look, I don't think Okay, I don't think the offensive coordinator decides where the QB throws the ball. It sounds like he's upset Dalton wasn't finding him. When the when they say set huck and they get the ball, the QB gets the ball, it's up to him to decide where to throw. Okay.
Well, yes. Look, here's the thing. Let me just explain. Andy Dalton, we know, yes, he's a little skittish, a little rattled, all that. Here's why I think Laser will actually help with that, and we'll see the old Andy Dalton. Laser is a fan of getting one running back going, and that is going to be Joe Mixon. So we get Mixon going. All of a sudden, it's easier. It opens up the passing game. It has to bring people into the box. You have the play action working for you. It gives Dalton a little bit more time. Maybe he puts Dalton in the shotgun more. All of these type of things are going to help, because Dalton right now, his confidence is shattered.
Poor guy.
And this kind of commentary, Hoji, your kind of commentary is only making it worse.
Oh my
Dalton,
God.
when he watches our show with his family,
I know he does. He's a fan, and I appreciate it. I know that. And Andy, this is not against you. You are a sweet man. You are a sweet, red-headed man. I love you. Okay, you have hundreds of millions of dollars, and that's what you've got to remember us by. And you've always got a place in the NFL as a backup QB for years. You're going to be in the NFL. You're going to be watching these games front and center on the sidelines, and God bless you, man. You're going to have a good time, okay? And that's what you deserve.
Yeah.
But how long, Daddy? How long has he been in the NFL, Dalton? And how long have people been making excuses for the man? It is time to try something new, because it's clear that if we don't, we're going to lose the whole season. You might as well try something new. That's what I say. And boys and girls, speaking of something new, we would like to make this show new and fresh for you. We'd like to make it 3D. We'd like to make it fun. We'd like to take this show to the next level. We started out as two poor guys from Village Island who said, look, we love the Bengals. Let's put on a show. So Daddy drew some pictures. And they were nice pictures. They were good pictures. They've taken us this far. But just like we got to take Andy Dalton and put him on the raft and wish him a good life and let him float away, so too with the pictures that are on this show. We need puppets, boys and girls, and we need your help. Without your help, we can't have the puppets. Why? Because we need your donations to buy the puppets. So if you love the show, and I know you do, and I know Andy does, then please consider making a donation and showing your love the way I've shown my love to all my ex-wives, and that is with just a little bit of money. Okay, so please consider donating for these puppets.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see you next time, Sweetie Pies.